You're watching Rain Knight Gaming.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rain Knight Gaming. I'm Rain Knight, and it's time for some more 10-minute testing. What's 10-minute testing? Well, it's basically where I find cool decks, or in this situation, you guys give me cool decks. Pop them into Wingtable, we go more in depth of what the deck is, what it wants to do, and test it out against bots just to kind of see how it wants to work. And I am listening to you guys. I do have plans to do some of these live versus other people, webcam, in person, that kind of stuff. That will come in the weeks to come. Because I can't do it right now because I'll have to put something up here. We're in Alaska at the moment. So I'm not in my normal setup. As you guys can see, we're in our stateroom right here. So that's why you've been getting some of these weird videos, just duels and everything like that. But let's jump right into this, and thank you to Friendly Panther, that's a name, for giving us this deck. And let's pop over to Wingtable here. There we go. He is playing a 1-year war style deck, and it's a super fun strategy. Plays a lot of low to the ground stuff just so you can, get over those initial bases and then just clear shields really quickly. It's definitely something you want to finish the game around turn 5 to 6. Because, once you get to turn 5 and 6, that's when you start getting power crept out by the other decks. Other rush decks obviously want to do early game. This one does as well. But once you get into the 6 and up, you get into those monsters or units that just outperform your units, just because yours are designed for all those low to the ground early game stuff. As you can see, so we've got DOP. This is just going to let us get the early game searches we need. Well, not really searches. Early game, so we know kind of what we're gonna pull, and this can really help bury cards you don't want. Put this out there. If you just want to do 1 damage to a shield, it can be really helpful. More 1/1s. We got Zaku 1. It's a solid. It's a 1/2, so you've got that extra little life, so 1/1s aren't going to destroy it really easily. This is again just something to kill shield, basically. All these low level ones are for that. Gun Tank is really nice because of that 1 pop damage that it can do. It's also really inexpensive as being a 2/1/2/1 or 1/2. Just another thing to get rid of shields. You got that 1 damage there. Slightly bigger bodies. We've got Zaku 2. This one is the vanilla Zaku, and he's just he's good because he can swing over other Zaku 2s, like the one that we're about to show, the one that boosts attack. He can swing over those and live if you need to, and again, also helps you get over the 0-3 EX space a little easier if you don't have ideal starters. Your ideal starter here is Zaku 2 from the structure decks. This is going to let you boost his attack by 2, so that makes you hit for 3, lets you get over that early EX space really easily in one shot. One thing I've noticed with these early rush style decks, they usually lose if you have to multi-hit shields. If you're swinging over shields in 1 hit, you're good, because it's the same as a 1-hit shield. It's the same thing. But if you're taking 2-3 hits to get over these shields, that's when you fall behind, and then you get into those later turns, and you just end up getting outclassed, kind of. So this really helps you get over that early one right there, or 2 shots, maybe like the 6th health bases. That's not too terrible. Gym, obviously all of these, you see they're just 1 cost, so much 1 cost. So you get into that later game, like turn 4 and 5, and you can just flood the board. And that sometimes is enough to finish out those games, because yes, they get larger units on board, but you've got 5, and they just can't block all your hits, or they can't outrace you down the base as long as they're not getting any of those big shields. Big bases on their shield. So Gym's really good. It's another 2/2, so it can survive hits from the 1 damage stuff. You're playing against another weenie deck. Gun Cannon's really good, paired with AGGRO, just because this is going to let you rest 2 targets, which can be super helpful. Either you're trying to clear the board a little bit, maybe you're getting out flooded by another rush deck, or you just want to rest their blockers so you can swing into their shields. That can be super helpful. Actually, and 3 health is not bad for a smaller deck like this, because, with he gets up to a 4 booty, which can be pretty decent in the early games. Not a lot of cards get over that sub level 4 kind of stuff. So he's really, really solid. Good effect too. We are just playing the one of the G Fighter. It's a cool card that is nice to put like 1 or 2 in the deck. It gives you that high maneuver for any of your Earth Federation type units, White Beast type units. There we go, White Base. It lets you get the high maneuver, lets you swing into those shields without being blocked, all that kind of stuff. Can really helpful to, in those games, really nice. Getting into our Char package, we are playing 2 of the Zaku 2 and 2 of the other Zaku 2. This one is really good just because it lets you get that token out there, and the token is going to allow you to keep pace. You maybe swing in, then they kill you the next turn, you pop out the token, you're able to swing again. Just kind of lets you get more value out of a 2-card combo, because you do have to be paired to get this effect. So that lets you continue swinging in each turn. Because that's one thing you have to do with this deck. You have to continually swing in. You can't really take turns off. Then the one from the structure deck, it's really good because it lets you search. We basically play, maybe 50% of the deck, maybe a little lower, is searchable through this card, and it can be really, really helpful. Just giving you that hand advantage, because that's another thing. Once you get past turn 4-5, you're gonna start getting card starved because you're just pumping stuff out. You've got all this low cost stuff. You just want to get it out there and put in your damage, and this lets you finish it off a little bit by getting this out turn 3, 4, so then you have a 5 and 6 turn. That can be really helpful. Now, he is only playing one of the Char's Galgoogs. He does say if he had more of them, he probably would play them, but it's not a huge problem. Really, I've noticed, because I play a similar deck to this, I play green-red a lot. This is more of, it's nice to have, but you don't need to have it. This is really good versus those decks that play the 6 health bases, because this will be able to swing over those 6 health bases with 1 attack, linked with your Char. So that's really its kind of best thing. Also, you're able to keep on recurring your Char, which can be really, really nice. It's not a necessary, it's just kind of your boss monster. So I would say 2, it may be the minimum I would want to play it, but he played with 1 and was obviously very successful. This deck's just so low to the ground that you don't need those big finishers because you're just rushing. You just need those weenies, because once you get past the bases, you're just hitting over shields. And that's what this one wants to do. It wants to just high maneuver over a big base. We are only playing 1 base, playing 4. We're playing, this is the one that gives you the 4-2 or the 1-1s, which can be really nice because, when you put this out there, obviously it gives you a 4-2 token, which can hit over all early game blockers, all the way up to the level 5s, which can be super helpful. It's going to let you get over those. And then in your late game, when you put this out there, you're going to get the 2 1-1s, which doesn't matter too much because those 2 1-1s are going to let you swing through 2 shields. So it's almost better late game that you're able to get those. The only part that's negative is if you're playing a heavy blocker package, then yeah, they're going to get stuck over stuff, but they could eat up blocks, which can be very helpful as well. Pilots, pretty basic pilots. We're doing Char and we're doing AGGRO. You have to play it in this. They're the ones that work with your deck, and obviously Char gives the high maneuver, and he's so good because he's so cheap and so early game. Going straight into turn 3, getting links and hitting in, getting extra effects, super, super nice. And then AGGRO obviously is your more control-y type pilot, and he is just going to let you control the field a little bit, like the blockers and everything like that, so you can help hit in. And then some added control, he does play the 2 siege ploy, lets you rest targets so that their blockers can't rest. Okay. So we've been talking for almost 10 minutes, so we're going to restart the clock and then go in and actually play for 10 minutes. So we're going to be playing against a pretty standard ramp deck. Just normal ramp, wing stuff. You want to get done with this one about turn 6, because turn 6 and 7 and 8, they're really starting getting into their power, and so you've got to watch it there. We're also playing against our 6 health base. This is kind of the antithesis of our deck. This one wants late game, we want early game. Whoever wins during that section of the game is probably going to win the game. Okay, going in, what do we pull? We pull pilots, but I would really like to open a Zaku. So we'll go ahead and resend that. Hopefully we pull something good, and we do. This is actually a pretty good hand. We even pulled a Zaku 1, so we kind of ideal start there. You know, right off the bat, we're able to drop something in there. I may not actually attack with him because I don't want to have him rested. And also, I know I'm going to try to attack in with... Ooh, that sucks. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to attack in with the Zaku. He's going to block, and then we'll ping for 1 damage, maybe. No, I'll swing for 1 damage. Hold on. Oh, I got an idea. So we'll swing here. He's going to block. Yep. Then, let's see. I could go clear here. Clear here, clear here. Yeah, I want to do that. I could clear his unit, but I think I just want to continue to put pressure. He'll have to probably swing his unit into me to kind of help with the pressure a little bit. And then this way, this Zaku 1 has gotten some added benefit. If he is killed this next turn, he'll be able to have at least taken down a shield. Okay, well, he's able to take him down, which kind of sucks. But again, we do get a search, and we brick. That is terrible. Terrible. Ugh, bricks do happen, though. And he pops out a 6 health base. It's kind of like worst case scenario on that. Let's see. Yeah, we can swing over that base, though. Because we've got this. Activate his effect. Pitching him. Put on Char. And that is where these come in super handy, because it lets you just swing over these bases super easy. And here's something about this Zaku 1 that's really nice. We've now taken out 2 shields with this Zaku 1. That's 1 cost for 2 shields. That's really good. And we've got down to 3. He's on turn 4 now. He's able to clear that off. Let's see if he's able to get a link pair. He does have 2 blockers, but we do have high maneuver. So I think we're just going to swing again and then kill with our gun tank on this one. Yeah, I think we just do that. So let's attack in. Just so he has to clear off with his units. And we're going to pop him out. Do damage there. That's where that ping damage comes in really handy. Pop him out. We're not going to use any of those. We can use this on our turn if we want to. This is on the action step, so like when he declares an attack or something like that. Okay, so we popped him out. So he kept all his blockers, which, you know, it's a little rough for us. But we do still have our link, which we're obviously going to put back out there. You know, if you're playing a person, I don't know if they would have sent that back. It's not a terrible decision. It's like, yes, you know, you're putting something out there, but I am spending 5 resources for this to get out there, which can kind of suck. How do we want to work this? So next turn, I've got 2 rests, and I can rest 2 of these. I can attack down with 1. It's a rough one. I think I wait for him to attack in, let the attack go through, rest another one of his units. It's rough. Because he's going to block. None of these will kill the blocker. Well, he'll kill the blocker there, but I think I'm just going to pop him out. And I think I just attack through now. I think I don't attack. Well, if he pulls more blockers. It's a tough spot to be in. So if I swing here, he blocks. Swing here, he blocks. They all live. I think I just wait. It's probably a bad call. But let me know in the comments down below if you guys would have played that a little differently. So he clears this, and he actually lives, which really sucks. As long as he has the link pair. That hurts us pretty bad. But we do have 2 swings now. Okay, let's see if we can make this work. So here, this is rest him. We'll link up here. Well, pair. We'll rest him. As long as he doesn't pull a base, we're okay. Ah, there we go. So we were able to get the win there. Woo! That was a close one. But you can see how those added control benefits really helped in this deck. Let's just go ahead and we'll restand here and just kind of see if we can pull off another win or if we get stopped. Oh, see, I don't like this starting hand too much. It's like, yeah, it's got two starters, but I like having a Zaku, which right there, whoa, look at all these 1/1s. It's a little bit too much of a good thing. Let's start off with him, so we'll be able to threaten that EX base on our next turn. He has the perfect opening again. That's just a perfect counterpoint to this one. Let's go ahead and probably just go ahead and attack, and he'll clear. So it's just a clean exchange, which isn't terrible, but it's not great. Play him out, see what our next thing is. We're gonna go bury that one. Yes, I want to put that in the bottom. And then we're on turn 3, so I don't really need my EX resource anymore. But I do want to get him out there so I can clear that base next turn, as long as he doesn't pull, something nuts. Okay, so we're going to be able to clear some stuff here. Ah, man. That's one of those things, if you knew you were going to draw something after that, you would have waited. Because I would have been able to just do a link pair right there and gone through, but not the end of the world. Because we are going to put out 3 units here. I think I'm just going to pop out all 3 of these Zaku ones. So, turn 3, we've got 5 units out. That's kind of nuts. The only bad part is if he does pull a base here, that's going to really put us behind. And, of course, he did. Base and a big blocker. Oh, let's see. Can we even clear this? This is kind of the bad part about this deck. So now you've got a 6 health base and a 6 health blocker. We don't want to waste going in here. So let's see. I don't want to just pump 4 into this. 4, 5. I can't even... Can I clear? I can't even clear it with putting stuff out. So I think I'm just going to flood the board. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. He can't clear into my units this next turn, so hopefully I could pull something that can help. I probably should have waited on one of those units just so I had space and didn't waste it. Well, there we go. Jeez, man. We were just locked on weenies. This sucks. Can't really wait any longer. Let's go ahead and pop him out to see what I'm going to get next turn. I'm going to bury that. So let's go ahead, and I think there's just no good options here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 damage, 7 at the most. He's going to block once. So I guess let's just attack in with him, see if he blocks it. Yeah. Let's just try to see if he blocks this. Does block that. That's good. Let's see. So I guess we just attack into this thing, which does not feel good. But it's like we also just can't sit here because he's going into turn 6, where he's going to start getting his wing zeros and everything. This is kind of like this is actually pretty good for the video just because it shows the last game, how good you can start running it, and then how you can just get flooded with not great cards. That's the only downside. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pass it over. We're not in a good place. We've still got to swing into that base one more time. He is going to start clearing some of our units, and he's going to get hyper amounts of effectiveness off of his units. Does keep a blocker. Now, is this... Let's see, this is when paired... Yeah, it's just when paired, so I could pair with him to rest 2 health. No, that's not going to really do anything. So I think we swing, he'll block with that. And then we'll just go ahead and swing it again. Boom. We're going to be able to attack in 2 more times here. It's not a good situation because we really can't clear. We could clear this unit. But I kind of feel like we just need to put pressure. And next turn, let's see, we're still 1 turn away from his board wipe. So pop him out there. We'll kind of see if he just clears our whole board here. I mean, if he's got a link pair in hand, we lose. But we'll see. If we're able to keep 2 units up, it's a chance on winning. Or unless he... I mean, there's lots of ways we could lose. Okay, so he did play a little board control. And... oh, man. That's not good. Plus, he's got a blocker. Ouch. Oh, we do have that. That is not enough, though. If this was... See, this is where having the other Zaku's Galgug would come in handy, because this is just not going to be enough damage. It's where, you know, you really get in trouble. He blocks there, then hit in here, and can't clear it. And yeah, that's just game. That's game. Hey, but that was a fun game. It showed some good stuff. You know, our first game, you got to see that this deck can really rush over things. And in the second one, you saw that we just pulled way too many weenies. And you just can't beat these guys like that, just because you can't get over those big health bases. But yeah, super fun deck. Super interesting. Congratulations to him for winning his locals. And if you guys have other local winning decks that you guys would want to see on 10-minute testing or on MetaWatch, just put them in my Discord, and you know, maybe you could be in the next one. Okay, guys, that's gonna be it for me. And if you guys remember what I always say, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.